Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl Nat. For those that have been here before, welcome back. Your girl has missed you. I did. You know I did. And to those who are new on this channel, I appreciate you for passing through. Okay, so this is actually going to be something a little different. We are going to do a series. All right, y'all, so I lied. If you want to see my updates, head over to my TikTok. I'm going to do this more short form content than anything. All right, or YouTube Shorts. And I think I'm going to do a check-in every month. Maybe twice a month, right? And this is going to be, I don't know like the title of it, but it's going to be about my health journey and my health goals. And so every time around this time of the year, I always plan to lose a certain amount of weight for my birthday. And I never reach it. I'll be going into the loophole of like falling off. And for me, every month we know who comes through every time of the month, right? And that, like, I want to say a week, but like maybe 3 days throughout that time of the month, I eat terribly. I admit it, I do. I eat real bad. Or is it real good? Because I'll be munching. And it's not really about the scale. It's part of it, but I really want to get in tune with what my body deserves. And that's very much nutritious foods that are filling, and also not starving myself or saying that, oh, I can't have that, because there are people out there that are fitness gurus and fitness, folks that eat whatever they want, but they maintain a healthy diet and balance that with, workouts and stuff, and a healthy lifestyle overall. So that's what I'm trying to get into. So for this series, we are going to be focused on a couple of things, but the main things are eating healthy. That's the biggest thing, because as my good girl said, Guilty Fitness, follow her on Instagram. She is like definitely one of my fitspirations. She says that abs start in the kitchen. So it's very, very important to make sure that I'm eating the right way. When it comes to weight loss for my body, and I'm pretty sure for the majority, it's possibly 95% nutrition, 5% working out. Or at least that's the numbers that I'm gonna go by. My hope for this entire thing is not only to lose weight, tone, make my skin even more clearer, and find something or a diet that works well with me, but to also be in a space where I'm content. I notice for myself a lot of the times I'm not happy with how the way I look. And the insecurities start popping back up, and I don't like that for myself. I want to be in a space where I'm comfortable in my own skin. I love what I see every time I look into the mirror. Don't get it twisted. I'm bad, I know. But body-wise, it's not where I want it to be. For me, which I didn't realize, I'm an intermittent faster. Yeah, I guess. I don't eat until 12 o'clock, and I stop around 6 o'clock. And normally I'm okay. I notice though, in the mornings, I'm not hungry, and I kind of still feel like, even after I come from the gym, I still feel like there's stuff from the night before or the day before that I'm good. I'm like, I'm good until lunchtime. And so it's noon right now, and I'm going to make me a little breakfast. It has a little both protein and carbs, but it's something that I love to eat, and so we're gonna get right into it. What we have: plantain waffle and some eggs. It is, lunch/dinner time. My son is about to be home in an hour, so we're gonna just cook right now instead of when he gets home. Then I start cooking, then it's a little, so it's easier this way. All right, so with that, you need your coconut oil, coconut milk, diced tomatoes, chickpeas, some sea salt, some garlic, some adobo, of course, some curry powder, and some garam masala, some lime juice, some pepper, and an onion. Let's get to it. I honestly did not want to do this. I wanted to just go to sleep and then do this tomorrow evening, but I really need to take this out. I am gonna start my lock journey on Wednesday, and I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna take out my hair. I was again gonna try to take it out like Tuesday night, but then taking it out and then putting starter locks in my hair the day after. I'm like, at least let me give myself a day or two to let my hair breathe. So that's what we're doing tonight. And I should have took out my hair yesterday, but yesterday it was all about eating good. It was all about eating good and relaxing. We were watching this movie. Me and my son were watching this movie called Trolls on Netflix. Not Trolls. Is it Troll? I think it's called Troll. And it's like a sci-fi suspense film. And it was really good. The ending, however... Okay, let me stop lying. Here we go again! The movie was made in Norway. It's a Norwegian film. And the ending made my son cry. And it was really like an unfair ending. But for me to see him have bare tears, I'm like, oh, poor job. But yeah, check it out if you like a suspenseful flick. The comedy is cheeky. It's okay. It's decent. I liked it. I did fall asleep probably for 5 minutes because we came back from dinner and then we laid on the couch and the itis was kicking in. And so, yeah. So speaking of films, I actually had this interview for like a little side hustle job. It was to do social media for a podcast. And now the podcast is 3 girls. They're all best friends. They all graduated from the Tisch School of Arts from NYU. And they had a web series and all this stuff. And what made me follow the podcast was they did an interview with Bentley Evans. And I'm like, oh, this is so dope. And I am a huge Bentley Evans fan. If you guys don't know who Bentley Evans is, I believe he was the executive producer for Martin. And his story is always fun to listen to about how Martin came about and how it developed. So yeah, the podcast, he was a special guest, and that's what made me start following the podcast. And the girls who run it are flipping hilarious. I love how all of them have these unique personalities, but the podcast is geared towards them navigating through this industry of television and film and pitching and all this stuff, and their days at NYU and all this stuff. And I'll just tag it right here. And it's really, really good gems. Anywho, long story short, did the interview, didn't get it. Why? Because I clearly don't know how to tell time. They're situated on the West Coast and I'm here on the East Coast. So I miscalculated by 1 hour. So of course I'm looking at my phone and the lady's like, oh, we're going to be about 5 minutes late. I'm like, why is she saying this now? And I'm like, oh, snap, it's actually 10 o'clock on that side, not 11, whatever. So long story short, super unprepared, super last minute. Throughout my time here, moving to Georgia to continue my career in media, film, specifically production, made me realize that, maybe I should have stayed another year home to figure it out, because it really isn't a safe career when you're a single parent. Because as we know, those that are in broadcast and production in film and television, it's literally never a typical 9 to 5, which is one reason why I loved the job that I had, because it was very random. It literally was a unicorn, a 9 to 5 position where we're in studio, we're filming, and we're home by 6 o'clock every day. Like, come on now. So, of course, after the fact of me leaving that position, I should say leaving the position, with the company declining and pretty much had to close down. I was like, well, let me go back to what I know, and that's education. I also have an educational background working within the school systems, and you can never go wrong working in the school systems, okay? Granted, I know there's a lot of educators out there that's like, what? You could never go. I understand, but I guess depending on what it is that you do, you're always going to have a job. You're always going to have breaks. You're always going to have your weekends off. You're going to get home at a decent time, blah, 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 blah. So I say all of that to say, I'm constantly looking for or keep applying to producing roles and all this stuff. But I think it was Warner Brothers. They were like, yeah, it's not a typical 9 to 5. You're going to start before the sun rises and go home after the sunset. And I'm like, no. Now, if I was still in New York, then okay. My dad's home. My mom, there's always somebody to watch him, but the fact that I'm out here by myself and he's still young, it is not feasible at all. At all. And it stings because that's the reality of it. I can't be doing, unless it's like an event during the week when he's in school, but that's very rare, right? So like, what just passed? Revolt Summit just passed. They sent me media passes the morning Friday of, and I was like, I checked it the following Monday, so I completely missed the event. But even that, it's like, okay, the weekends, I have to get somebody to watch him or send him to a place. That's more money coming out my pocket. If there's a premiere that's happening, and most premieres happen, I don't know, throughout the week, but they're late at like 7:30. I can't drag a 6-year-old with me to the red carpet. Hey, Izzy, hold the camera. Don't get it wrong, I could, but it would just look crazy. So I sit and I think about all that stuff, and I'm like, I miss it. I really, really do. And that's the only reason why I would move back to New York, is because of that. Oh my God, this is all my hair? It's because of that help, because it's needed. So, yeah. In other news, I am applying to go to grad school to get my degree in teaching, because there is a teaching shortage. Actually, not teaching, but like a selective or elective. Yeah, I guess teaching. All right, so that's enough chit chat. We just finished taking these out.